guys, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to be talking about cornering. Now, cornering is one of those skills that looks super easy, but it actually takes a lot of practice. And for a lot of us, especially us beginner riders, this skill can be super intimidating. So this weekend, I went back to the parking lot where I learned to ride and took my MSF course to work on my cornering technique. Now, while you can't fully replicate real cornering in a parking lot, especially not at road speeds, this kind of slow speed maneuvering is still so valuable. I do want to preface this video, I am not trying to corner like Marc Marquez. I honestly just want to gain enough confidence, so I'm not freaking out when I see one of these signs. Let's talk about some of the most common beginner mistakes when it comes to cornering, things that I've definitely struggled with too, and things that you'll notice in the video as you're watching my slow speed work. Sometimes when I'm riding, I feel great, and then I get nervous around a corner or a curve that I'm not really familiar with. And the most common thing that I feel that I do is I tense up. As beginners, we're still unsure how the bike will respond, so unconsciously, we try to control it by tightening up. We end up fighting the bike instead of flowing with it. Your bike wants to corner smoothly, but if we're nervous and we don't let the bike move underneath us, it creates those jerky movements that the bike just doesn't like. Now, another mistake is target fixation. This is something that I had a really hard time with as a beginner rider when I first started learning to ride. It's a super simple concept to just look where you want to go, but it's really hard to do sometimes. Sometimes I think I'm looking where I want to go, and then I realized that I wasn't actually looking where I wanted to go, and that's where I ended up going. And the last mistake that beginner riders make when cornering is choppy inputs. Jerky throttle, slamming the brakes mid-turn, or overcorrecting, which can upset the balance of your bike. You want to be smooth with the throttle, the brakes, and your body positioning throughout the curve. So some of the drills that we focused on this weekend were weaving in and out of cones, offset weaves, U-turns, and figure eights. These drills force you to use that clutch control, looking through the turn, staying balanced, all of which translate directly to better cornering on the street. Now, I love having Chris with me because he usually comes out with his Cardo headset and gives me that instant feedback that I need to help improve my riding. He'll look at my drills, watch me, tell me what I'm doing wrong, tell me how to correct it, and as I'm going through the drill, I can immediately make those corrections and feel what a difference it makes in my riding. So it's super helpful if you have someone that's experienced that can come out with you and practice these drills. It definitely makes a world of difference, and hearing that coaching, it's really helpful and something that I definitely recommend. While parking lot practice is great and slow speed maneuvers are definitely helpful, the only way to master cornering is by getting some riding time in, getting more seat time, practicing those curves, and really honing in on that skill with time and experience of riding. Now, because this is a skill that I am still nervous about and still trying to master myself, I'm not gonna give advice per se, but I will share what's been helping me as a beginner rider, and that is my approach and my setup for my corner. I've been focusing on braking early enough that I'm at a speed that I feel comfortable with. I'm downshifting to the appropriate gear and making that setup early enough. That way, throughout the curve, I can stay as smooth as possible. The one thing that I'm really working on is modulating my throttle and holding my throttle still throughout the corner as I'm counter steering, and then rolling on the throttle as I'm exiting the curve. So it's a lot of different things to be thinking about at once, but I try to focus on one thing at a time. My setup during the curve, looking through the turn, and then my exit. So when I kind of break it down into the little pieces, it's more manageable to me to handle than if I'm thinking about the entire cornering throughout the whole ride. So the best thing you can do for yourself is just get some riding time in, approach those curves with a great attitude, work on some of those little things that we talked about, and then hopefully with time, you'll approach those corners with confidence. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to like, and also make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any other videos. Until next time, ride safe.